The world of rare and collectible automobiles is a realm where passion, history, engineering mastery, and exclusivity converge to create value beyond comprehension, and perhaps nothing illustrates this better than the story of the most expensive car ever sold at auction, a record-breaking event that continues to fascinate car enthusiasts, collectors, and investors around the globe, because when we talk about rare cars, we are not merely discussing machines of transportation but rolling pieces of art, symbols of innovation, cultural milestones, and often, stories of legendary races, drivers, and manufacturers that have left an indelible mark on automotive history. In May 2022, Sotheby stunned the world when it sold a 1955 Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupé for an unprecedented €135 million. Or approximately $143 million, instantly making it the most expensive car ever sold publicly, and this monumental figure shattered the previous record by a staggering margin, underscoring not only the rarity of the vehicle but also its cultural and historical significance, because the 300 SLR Uhlenhaut is more than just a car. It is one of only 2 prototypes ever built, named after its creator Rudolf Uhlenhaut, the brilliant engineer who shaped Mercedes-Benz racing dominance in the 1950s. And the car itself is essentially a closed-cockpit version of the W196 race car, the same machine that legendary driver Juan Manuel Fangio used to claim Formula One World Championships in 1954 and 1955, giving the Uhlenhaut Coupe direct lineage to some of the most glorious moments in motorsport history. The reason behind its jaw-dropping valuation lies in the intersection of its uniqueness, provenance, and the fact that Mercedes-Benz had kept both examples in its possession for decades, rarely allowing even glimpses by the public, and one was sold only under the strict condition that it would be preserved with the utmost care and occasionally displayed to the world, meaning this transaction wasn't just a sale, it was a carefully curated decision by Mercedes-Benz to part with what many consider its crown jewel, ensuring that the car's legacy would remain intact while also raising funds for the Mercedes-Benz Fund, an initiative aimed at supporting young people in environmental science and decarbonization projects, thus tying this historic sale not just to automotive passion but also to a philanthropic mission for future generations. When we consider why someone would pay over $140 million for a car, we must look deeper into the psychology of collectors and the world of ultra-rare assets, because just like priceless works of art, certain cars transcend their functional purpose, embodying innovation, beauty, and exclusivity that cannot be replicated, and for the elite few who can afford them, owning such an artifact is akin to possessing a slice of human history, a tangible piece of mechanical genius that connects them to a time when automotive engineering was both raw and revolutionary. The Uhlenhaut Coupe is also legendary for its performance, boasting a top speed of nearly 180 miles per hour at a time when most production cars struggled to reach half that figure, powered by a 3.0-liter straight-eight engine producing around 300 horsepower, and with a lightweight magnesium body. It was as much a marvel of engineering as it was a design masterpiece, its long sweeping hood, gull-wing doors, and sculpted lines making it one of the most visually stunning cars ever created, a vehicle that could rival any Ferrari or Aston Martin of its era in both beauty and performance. The sale also highlights the growing intersection between the classic car market and the world of alternative investments, where ultra-high-net-worth individuals see collectible cars not just as passions but as appreciating assets, with returns sometimes outpacing traditional investments like stocks or real estate. And while most people will never witness, let alone own such a car, these record-setting sales capture the imagination of the public, reminding us that cars are more than machines, they are cultural icons, tied to memories, aspirations, and legacies. It's worth noting that prior to the 300 SLR Uhlenhaut's record-breaking sale, the title of most expensive car sold at auction belonged to a 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO, which fetched $48.4 million in 2018, and even before that, Ferraris dominated the record books, as their racing heritage, limited production, and timeless design made them the darlings of collectors, but the Mercedes-Benz sale has dramatically shifted the conversation, cementing the Uhlenhaut as the holy grail of automobiles, one that may never be eclipsed in price for decades to come, unless another similarly mythical car emerges onto the market. What makes this record even more fascinating is the rarity of public sales at this level, since many of the world's rarest cars are traded privately, often for undisclosed sums. Which means it's entirely possible that cars have changed hands for more than $143 million behind closed doors, but because auctions are public, this Mercedes-Benz remains the official record holder, carrying with it the aura of transparency, spectacle, and competition that auctions are known for. The sale also reignites discussion about the future of car collecting in an era increasingly dominated by electrification and autonomous technology, raising questions about whether the next generation will value these internal combustion masterpieces as much as today's collectors do, though for now, the answer seems clear: heritage, craftsmanship, and rarity will always carry value, regardless of technological shifts, much in the same way that Renaissance paintings retain their worth in a digital world. The story of the most expensive car ever sold at auction is not just about a number, but about a legacy that intertwines racing glory, engineering brilliance, exclusivity, and human desire for connection to greatness. And as long as people cherish history and art in mechanical form, there will always be extraordinary values placed on cars like the 1955 Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupé, a car that will forever be remembered not just as the most expensive car ever sold, but as one of the purest expressions of speed, innovation, and beauty ever to grace the road.